All right, so you guys do have a cause and effect assessment, so I can see what you have learned this far over cause and effect, identifying those relationships. Every cause has an effect, every why has a what happened because of it. So after working on cause and effect for a little over a week, we are going to see what we know. We're going to read how hail happens, and then we will answer the questions that go with the assessment. As always, it will be read to you. So if you want to have a pen or pencil and a piece of paper, so when I do read the question and you think you know the answer, you can go ahead and circle it as I read them, whatever is easiest for you. So how hail happens. A soft rain is falling on the roof. You smile. Suddenly, the sound gets louder. It sounds like golf balls are bouncing off the roof. You race to the window. Outside, round balls of ice cover the ground. It is hailing. How did rain turn into hard hail in a matter of seconds? Inside a storm cloud. It actually takes longer than a few seconds for hail to form. It all starts with a storm cloud. Storm clouds are made up of water droplets. Large storm clouds are both very wide and very tall. At the top, air is much colder than it is lower down. Raindrops start to form at the bottom of the cloud, where it is warmer. Journey of a raindrop. As wind moves the storm cloud, it also moves some of the raindrops inside of it. Some of the raindrops move toward the top of the cloud. If the raindrops meet the very cold air there, then they turn to ice. These new ice drops get heavier. As a result, they fall to the ground as hailstones. And here's just a visual of it. Wind blows raindrops up into the colder level of the cloud, and those freeze and become hailstones. Clear and cloudy hail. Some hail is very clear. Other hail looks like pieces of white chalk. When the hailstone is clear, it is because there is little air in it. That happens when the raindrops freeze slowly. Then the air bubbles in the water have time to escape. Milky-looking hailstones have many small air bubbles. That happens when the air at the top of the cloud is super cold. That cold air turns the raindrops into ice right away. The air bubbles are trapped inside. Hailstones of every shape and size. Sometimes strong winds move up through a cloud. The wind can pick up the falling hailstones and push them back up. At the top, the hailstones meet the cold air again. There, they get a new coat of ice. In a strong thunderstorm, that can happen several times. When you look carefully at a hailstone, you may see some rings. Each ring is one layer of ice. If you count the rings, then you will know how many times the hailstone has made the trip to the top of the cloud. This up and down movement causes hailstones to have very unusual shapes. It also makes the hailstones bigger. Some hailstones can be the size of a pebble. Other hailstones can be larger than a baseball. Next time you see a hail on your lawn, pick some up and look at it closely. It may have quite a story to tell. And here it just shows you that when hailstones become larger and heavier, that's when the hail falls to the ground. Okay? So we're going to use what we've learned over cause and effect to answer these questions. Number one, this question has two parts. First, answer part A and then answer part B. How do raindrops become hailstones? Okay, how do they become hailstones? A, warm clouds form hailstones. B, raindrops in the cold air become ice. C, the wind makes hailstones. Or D, the soft rain makes hailstones. And you can find that answer in the first two paragraphs, or the second and third paragraph. Okay? So how do raindrops become hailstones? A, warm clouds form hailstones. B, raindrops in the cold air become ice. C, the wind makes hailstones. Or D, the soft rain makes hailstones. Okay. I'm going to read part B and then I'll end this video and start a new one. Which sentence from the text best explains what causes raindrops to turn into hail? A, if the raindrops meet the very cold air there, they turn to ice. B, as wind moves the storm cloud, it also moves some of the raindrops inside of it. C, raindrops start to form at the bottom of the cloud where it is warmer. Or D, at the top, air is much colder than it is lower down.